Yes, sir.
What's up? What's up?
You know the vibes. Tuesday morning, totally unclear. It's Marcus, it's Jervis.
Yes.
Everybody tuning in at home, welcome in.
Yeah.
The show never ends.
Quarantine Tuesday.
To the pandemic never ends.
It never does.
No. So listen, we actually had someone pass away this week I want to talk about. Thomas Miller passed away this week. He was 79 when he passed away. And for those of you who don't know the name, but I guarantee you, I start naming this man's work, you're gonna know who this man is. Icon of the television genre, production-wise, 70s through 90s, with shows like Happy Days, starting in the 70s. That's probably the biggest show, one of the biggest shows out of the 70s. Laverne and Shirley, which is a spinoff of Happy Days.
That's a good one.
Full House. Family Matters, which Family Matters to me does not get the respect that it actually truly deserves. Family Matters is, in my opinion, an iconic television show. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's the longest running Black sitcom of all time.
Wow.
9 years, 89 to 98.
That's a run.
Yeah, which is a run. That's a run for any show, but a Black sitcom, that's a super run.
Yeah,
we don't have a lot of Black sitcoms that stuck around that long. I think the Cosby Show was 84 to 92, 84, 92. It might be 9 years also, but they're either it's tied or the same thing, which is an iconic show. You had Perfect Strangers. Actually, Family Matters, if you don't know, for those of you at home, was a spinoff of Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, Balky.
Balky Batacamus. So it was step by step. Iconic TV shows. So I wanted to acknowledge that because that's I grew up in those shows. So I saw that, I was like, man, that's crazy. Because Miller Boyette, you didn't see much TV that didn't move on Miller Boyette in the 90s for me as a child personally. Like a lot of these shows were Miller Boyette productions. So for me, it was just crazy to see that and unfortunate, but it sparked a conversation between Amber and I.
Uh-oh.
It sparked a little debate. Now, we started talking about death in a sense, and this was like Thomas Miller was 79, so this doesn't apply to him. But I want to ask you a question. I'm not going to tell you what side I fall on.
Okay.
I want to ask you this question. We're gonna bring you into this.
All right.
After the age of 85, can death be unexpected after 85?
Yeah. If you're healthy, absolutely. I think if you're a healthy 85, yeah, because people are living to 100 that we see all the time. 100 people are doing on a regular now. Italy has a lot of people that live in their hundreds, the way of life they have over there. So living to 100, it's pretty good, especially if you're healthy. Now, if you got issues, yeah, the clock is ticking. You checking out.
You're on borrowed time.
Yeah, you checking out at some point in time. That's just a dead given right there. But I think if you're healthy, and it might run certain families, they have grandparents, aunt and uncles, and all that kind of stuff that have lived into their late 90s and hundreds. So right. You would assume that they would, if you're a young person, you think, I'm going to live that long too. God willing, everything goes right. You could live that long too. But yeah, I think death is always unexpected when it happens. Even if, my mother had Alzheimer's. She died from that. But when she died, it was still unexpected. It's a death sentence. We know it's going to happen at some point in time. You're just waiting for it to happen. Her quality of life is not anywhere near like it used to be. But when it happens, you're still shocked. It still gets you like, man, because death is the ultimate end. There's no more, I can call you tomorrow. I can go by the house and see you. I can check on you. I can wish you a happy birthday. That's it. So I think it's always still, a shock.
I completely disagree.
No, of course. Of course.
I completely disagree. And I think here's my thing. I think people confuse being sad or upset about someone passing away than it being unexpected. The life expectancy for a male is 78. The life expectancy for a female is between the ages of 82 to 84, in that range.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get past 85, you make it that long, you're already, no matter what your health is, you're on borrowed time. It could be at any point at that point. Now, there are people that live in the 90s. There are people who live in the hundreds. Absolutely, that does happen. But I don't think you can say, I didn't expect this to happen. Like, this isn't biblical times. How long do you think these people last? 200? Like, at some point, you got to, like, I will be up, for instance, my grandma is 82. Like, if my grandma makes another 10 years or like that, I'm going to be really sad because I love my grandma, but I can't be like, man, I didn't see this coming.
Okay,
you know,
so,
like,
do you know you're going to die?
Yes.
Okay, so you always see it coming?
I'm confused by that statement.
If it happens tomorrow.
Yeah, but I'm 39 years old. So like that's unexpected because I'm young.
Oh, so like, just because you're old, it's just a guarantee.
Yes.
Listen,
you're gonna die. It's gonna happen.
Listen, how many people die at a young age? Lots. It's not guaranteed.
I agree.
It's always unexpected. It's unexpected no matter what. Even if you just because you're young, we expect you to live to that. Man, bro. The jump off in here.
I try. I've been down trying to get my paper fell with the notes and took the whole show with me.
Jeez.
Doing too much. Anyway, my bad.
You good.
People might have thought I just died right there.
Yes. But that's what I'm saying, man. We get it, it's unexpected because you're young, but I think it's always unexpected because in our heads, we all expect, not expect's not the word. We all would, I think, we don't think about, we think we can live forever. Especially younger people.
At a certain age.
Younger people, you always think you live forever. Like, the older you get,
invincible.
The clock is ticking. But still, I think if your quality of life is good in an older age, you're thinking like, we can ride this out. I think the 100 is the benchmark. People aren't living way past 100. They're not going to 120. So, once you hit that 100 mark, it's like, it's just any
By the way, the oldest human is still alive at 111.
There you go.
But again, people, I just feel that, like, it's okay to be like, all right, this person passed away. They were 89 years old. They had a good run. I'm sad they're gone because I don't get to hang out with them or see them no more. But I can't be like, oh man, this is strange. It's not the same as a young person. When a young person passed away, it's because you assume they had so many more years left.
Right. Like, and that's the problem.
You assume the problem. Right. We don't. I mean, as maybe the way we look at it anyway, the way we look at things, like nobody, like you talked before about, 30 summers left and maybe 30 summers, 30 birthdays, so maybe look at things a little differently. But most people don't live with that zealous of like, today could really be my last day when they're younger. I don't know how people. I'm not I'm not of that age to know how you feel when you get older. Do you live like that, or do you think about stuff like that? When you're younger, you live like you're going to be around forever. That's how you feel.
And that's the thing. You think you're going to live forever, so you don't look at it like unexpected. But see, if you do, it is unexpected. It's still unexpected no matter what, because we all want to live forever.
Right. Well, I mean, people get to a certain age, they're ready to go home. They're ready.
Yeah, some people are.
You get to a certain age, it's like, okay.
Well,
I think I've seen enough here.
I think that is if you have issues. If your quality of life is still good, I don't think you think that way.
And that's me. Like, I want to be here as long as I'm not a burden on anybody. Nobody got to take care of me. I can still like do my thing. I can eat what I want. I can walk upright. Like I'm good. Like, those people. Like, you ever drive people on the highway? Like, you're like, oh man, she got like 2 more miles left. Like, bro. I've looked over at people before. Like, you said older people were like, first of all, the steering wheel for some reason, an older person looks like this big. It looks enormous, and they got their mouth opening like this. And you're like, oh no, you really should not be driving. You need to go home immediately. It's about to be a wrap. I don't want it to happen right here on my watch, but I don't think you're gonna be here tomorrow. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, but and you just touched on it a little bit, but Yeah, we've had this conversation before. You know how I think in not years anymore. It's,
Yeah,
you got so many birthdays left. You
yeah,
got so many Thanksgivings left, so many Christmases left. That's how I think about it. When you start thinking that way about your life, it's like, wait a minute.
right,
If I'm 60 and I'm going to live to 80, I only have 20 Christmases left to celebrate. I only
right.
have 20 more birthdays to celebrate with my grandchild or whatever. Like, when you start thinking that way about life, you're like, oh, we need to start handling some business now. We need to do
Right.
things now.
But
And
it's a hard way to think that way though.
it is.
It's a difficult concept to think to get yourself in that mindset. Like I feel like I'm gonna say the majority of people would live their lives completely different if they had the mentality that tomorrow's not guaranteed. You would do more things. You would have, but you know what though? But I don't think it would be safe for everyone to live that way because then people wouldn't be doing dependable things. Like if you thought tomorrow was gonna be your last day, you gonna work at the local giant? That's what you're gonna be doing with your last day? Like you're gonna be at Walmart. You gonna be,
Yes.
and there's
Yes.
nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. I don't want to. There's nothing wrong with those jobs. We need those jobs. But when you start thinking those terms, like tomorrow's my last day, those are the last places on earth I want to be. Like I'm
Which
not gonna be like bump this cubicle. Like I'm out. Like I'm going to go do things that I've always wanted to do. I'm gonna like everybody has dreams. Everybody
right.
have things, but everybody can't be dream chasers. Like we have to have a world where some people just decide to be 9 to 5 and do that. Like we can't have that, or the world wouldn't go around. Like it would ruin our economic outlook. Like
Right. But
we couldn't have people live
the
like
thing
that.
is this though, you can think that way, but that's not the case because when you wake up tomorrow and you're still here,
Right.
you got to pay them bills and that rent. You got to go to Walmart. You got to go back to Giant. So it's not like you're going to quit and just travel
Right.
the world. Like no, it's the mentality. Having that mentality, you move differently though. It's more of okay. I want to go travel and go to Greece.
Yeah.
I want to go to Africa. Okay,
Right.
I'm going to make those plans to make that happen now, instead of saying or making excuses why I can't do it. It's about putting your almost in a sense of putting your affairs in order with your life and make sure you're checking off that bucket list now
Yeah.
as you're going along because tomorrow isn't promised.
So we talked about the old. Now I want to get into the young
Yes.
children.
Okay.
Gotta love kids, right?
Oh yeah, they're fun.
Kids are fun. They're funny. They're innocent.
Yeah.
I have a question about children. So, um, about a month ago, or maybe no, it had to be at least a month and a half, 2 months ago. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's daughter, Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
It was a talent show, and she decided to rap at the talent show.
Nice.
I mean, that's nice,
yeah.
right?
Daddy
It's cute.
rap. Yeah.
Daddy rap. I'm
yeah.
gonna spit some rhymes, right?
Yeah,
Why not?
like
Why
that.
not? It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. Now, my question to you is this: so you have your kid. This happens.
Mhm.
Are you supposed to be honest with your child, or do you just say, "Oh yeah, that was pretty good"? Go the high pitch because everybody, when people lying, they get high pitched. Like we're getting lies later, but when people lie, we go, "Oh yeah, that was really yeah." It was trash. Whatever you did, it wasn't good.
Right.
So, do you just say, "All right, I mean that was pretty good," or do you tell the truth and be like, "That ain't it"? Where do you fall? Because everyone is different when it comes to this.
Mm-hmm.
What side do you fall on? Are you honest, or you try to like get the pat on the back and tell them to keep trying?
I mean, look, I'm like, yeah, that was good, but they were better. That's why they won this competition, this contest. It's just that you were good, but some people are better.
Yeah.
Let's understand that. You can, no matter how good you think you are, sometimes there's somebody that's better, which makes you just need to work a little bit harder.
Right.
And we should ask Daddy for help when these rhymes. You know what I mean, baby? We can tighten this up a little bit.
Yeah, you out here rapping about pancakes.
Yeah, you want to do it on your own, so
yeah,
it's what you got. But it's a you don't want to crush a child like that. And you don't want I wouldn't tell them that it's bad or it's terrible, anything like that, because they can always improve.
Mm-hmm.
With a little push, a little guidance, you can help them get on the right path. You know what I mean? She might end up being a dope rapper down the road, but
Yeah.
I don't want to crush them right now. Not like
I'll
that.
tell you a quick story of something that happened in my home just a couple days ago that illustrates this. So I'm out here watching some TV, and the kids come out of the bedroom, and my son's like, "Dad, I did a dance. I want to show you a dance." So, all right, cool, son. Let's see it. And so Ness hits the music, and she was supposed to be the choreographer
So
of
we
this
know who
whole
to blame.
thing. Yeah. So I'm already looking at her like, well, how are we gonna do this here? What's gonna happen? So first of all, the song is Old Town Road, which I never want to hear again in the history of my life. I don't want to hear that song. No, I'm out forever. Played out. The words haven't even invented for how bad that song is now. So that comes on immediately. So already I'm turned off immediately. And then my son proceeds to jump straight up and down the air, waving his left arm, just flopping. Not even in rhythm, just flopping it up and down. I stopped. I said, stop right now. Turn off the music, stop. And they're both looking at me. I'm like, this is terrible. Wow. This is really, really bad.
Gut punch.
And I'm like, and that's just like, well, he wouldn't listen to me. I had all these ideas. And then Dave's like, no, why I wanted to do my dance. I said, both of you just stop talking. Listen, this is just not good. If you guys want to entertain me, and you said you want to come out here and do a dance for me, I'm expecting a show. Okay? So go back to that room, get it together, and put on a show. Entertain me. So they went back to the room. They came back out. It was still bad.
Yeah. Did you tell him it was still bad?
Yeah. I was like, this is still, we're just going to not do this anymore. This is bad. This is not good.
Wow.
So here's my thing. I believe as a parent, our job is to be as honest with our children as we can be. Mm-hmm. And I don't want, so here's my thing. I love my children, obviously. You love your kids. And because we love our kids, it's one of those things where it's like, all right, well, I want to make sure that when they go out there, they realize they don't love you the way I love you. So they're going to hurt your feelings. You know what I mean? Like if you come out here and do this whack dance in front of them, they're not going to be nearly, at least you know I love you. So I'm just saying it to help you. Now I was joking around. Now
I love you, and I'm going to hurt your feelings though, because you hurt your feelings.
I mean, their feelings weren't hurt.
You hurt their feelings.
No, because they're used to me, and I've always been like this.
They're used to you.
Like I am brutally honest. I am brutally honest with them about things, and it's built a level of trust where they know if I say, "Yo, that was really good," I actually mean it. Mm-hmm. They know because that's my daughter. She's a phenomenal artist. She's really good at drawing and really creative. So like when I come to her, I say, yo, that was really good. I like that. She knows that's really coming, but I'm really serious. Mm-hmm. So if I say to her, I say to him, that ain't it, they also know, well, that's probably not the one. So it's a good relationship to have with your kids. Like, now listen, I'm not like out here Simon Cowling them and just crushing the spirits.
That's what it sounds like.
I mean, I feel it's our jobs to be as honest as we can be with our kids and let them know, like, if you want to, and like you said earlier, like with her, if you want to be a rapper, yeah, okay, that's cool. But just know, first of all, it's not easy. Just because I did it don't mean you can do it. That's not how this works. Listen, think about this, and we'll wrap this. How many successful children's rappers are there of parents that were rappers?
Right. Not many.
Doesn't happen very often. So nepotism is not something that happens in hip hop too often. Mm-hmm. But you don't see that too much. So your odds of making it are not good to begin with. So and because you're Northwest and I'm Kanye West, people are expecting phenomenal things out of you.
Right.
And if this is where you want to go, this is the way you want to go, cool. Do that. But just know this. You got to be on your A game, and this wasn't it. This wasn't what it was.
But I think there's levels to it. I'm probably going to lie to them and tell them no matter what, it's a good job till they hit a certain age. Then at a certain age, we're gonna turn that corner, and yeah, it's
You're just gonna come
honest
out of
truth.
nowhere with it.
Well, listen, they're going to be led into it as it goes along. You know what I mean? As I said, when they hit that age mark, it's like, all right, we need to be honest with you now because you're at that age where now your talent is going to start to really show.
Yeah.
At 5 or 6, like, that was great. You know, dope job. Yeah, love that. Yeah, when you start getting to like 8, 9, 10, it's like, no, athletic wise, kids are athletic at that age.
Yeah.
I've coached a lot of years and I've seen it. So you want to start being honest at that age and then pushing them in the right direction to train and be good. And I think it's across the board for everything. You know, kids start showing that talent level at young ages, but around that age mark, you're like, okay, now we got to start being honest with you. Like, that's not good. And I know you could do better. And I know you could do better. You know what I mean? Like, come from a good gene pool. I know you could do better. You know, or this is not the lane for you to be in. You might want
to. I think that's the thing. I think the thing that's so disappointing for me is that I'm actually a really good dancer. So watching my kids struggle to put together simple choreography bothers me.
Amber, it's Amber's fault.
But no, you know what's crazy though? She has really good rhythm too. She can dance. Like, so I don't understand where these two knuckleheads came from. I was sitting there watching them, and I'm like, man, this is really bad. And I'm going back to the weight.
Look.
The flimsy arms.
What's this?
The boy's doing the Macarena, dipping his hips all the way down to the plate. No. I'm going back to my days back in the 2000s when I was outside like that. I'm like, how did this happen to me? Of course it's what happened.
Of course. They can't have it all.
I mean, I guess.
Everybody got that Achilles foot, man.
Right. Everybody got something. Everybody got something.
This is true.
So, yo, real quick though, back to Miller Boyette. What's your favorite comedy though out of those comedies though? Family Matters, Full House, Mork and Mindy, Nanu Nanu.
I mean, jeez, all good ones, man. All good ones. Favorite? Tough call. Family Matters probably out of those, yeah.
Family Matters?
Yeah.
See, another debate I got in there. Full House versus Boy Meets World. Now I was a Full House Boy Meets World guy. I'm a bigger Boy Meets World guy, but I guess my favorite out of all was Full House.
Yeah, I would go rock with Family Matters.
Family Matters was good, but I was definitely a Full House guy. But listen, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, man, IG is wild out here. And we were talking about the IG battles last week a little bit. A battle has been proposed of one that I never thought in a million years we would have an opportunity to see. And I can't believe we're even going to be talking about this when we get back. We're going to talk about it. And also, Bill Clinton's in the news for all the wrong reasons. It's totally unclear. It's Marcus. It's Jervis. We'll be right back.
Right back.
wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
So we talked last week about the IG battles.
Right.
And a lot of people going at. We actually just recently had DJ Premier versus RZA took place this past Saturday night. And I mean, everybody at this point knows kind of what's going on. Swiss and Timbaland are kind of in charge of this. I wasn't even really going to even talk about this until yesterday because I thought, like, all right, you know, IG battles, everybody's kind of getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really has happened substantial until yesterday. So Fat Joe hosted an Instagram live with him and Swiss. Now, Swiss Beats and Timbaland are kind of taking the reins to be in charge of who's battling who. As they're just talking, having casual conversations, text messages come through on Fat Joe's phone from one Ja Rule. Ja Rule, people. Ja Rule has challenged Curtis Jackson, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson,
50?
To a battle. Now, listen, this is crazy because this is, in the history of hip hop, I feel like this beef is just under Biggie Tupac as far as beefs go. Like, so the idea of these two being on Instagram together is crazy in itself. Like, I would just be okay with them two just having a conversation on Instagram. I would just be okay with watching that.
No.
But now we gonna go music too.
Yes.
So, first of all, people like Ja Rule actually was trending heavy yesterday on Twitter because of all of this. And he said he was gonna behave, and he said he's gonna be cool. Now, 50 Cent has yet to respond. But theoretically, we gotta break this down a little bit because this is crazy to me. So, first of all, I feel like people were talking a lot of pocket about Ja Rule yesterday. I think people forget how big a monster Ja Rule was from like 2000 to like 99, like 2002. Ja Rule was a monster.
He was the Drake when Drake was jumping off. He was the Drake then. Like
actual factuals. Actual factual. He was running the radio. You could not go anywhere without hearing a Ja Rule record. Like, I don't like it. I think looking back at everything, the way everything broke down, I think we all owe Ja Rule an apology because 50 Cent. It was like high school. 50 Cent was a new kid in school. He looked cool. We all just ran over there to 50 and left Ja at the table by himself eating his sad lunch all alone. And now that I'm older, that wasn't right. Ja didn't deserve that. Ja gave us quality music. 50 told us he was whack. We were like, well, he whacked then. That's it. He whacked. And we all did it. Like I'm guilty. Everybody did the same thing. Everybody ran away from that man.
Listen, did they run away or did Ja just stop putting out good music? Like every rapper's career finally gets to that point where he's just not putting out bangers no more.
Listen, here's what happened. Ja Rule got musically jumped. Okay? Like, you look at that beef musically. I'm gonna keep it music because the street stuff, that's too much. I don't want to get into that.
Right.
You can look up that stuff you want to. I'm not gonna get into that because that's why it's so serious. Because a lot of stuff is spilled in the streets, and this all came from the streets. Look it up yourself. It's all right there documented. But I'm gonna keep it music. So Ja Rule got musically jumped. It was 50, Dre, M, D12, G Unit, his mom, 50's dog, his cousins. It was crazy. Everybody was coming out with a song against Ja Rule. Like, Ja Rule had a man named Cadillac Ty. Like, that's it.
Like,
that's all he had. He had nobody.
He got Ashanti. He went Murder Inc.
Bro, you can't be. There's a battle. You can't be dissing people like that singing.
Right, but you need to know you got to have somebody to have your back too.
But here's
50 was rolling with M and Dre then.
Right, Shady Aftermath.
So you know that
Monster.
Click, you can reach out to the Dog Pound then, and that click can go that deep.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Exhibit. Exhibit was riding with him too.
See?
Like it was bad out there for them. And Ja actually, if you look back at it, Ja had some pretty good responses. But also too, you got to keep in consideration that during that time, you had Ja and they were fighting against 50 in that camp. Also, they were fighting the feds at the same time too. Like the feds came in and destroyed Murder Inc. So that's really how it went majorly left, was the feds did it. The feds did that. The feds took it all away, basically. So, but if you listen, I don't think this is gonna happen. It's fun to talk about. I don't see it happening because I think 50 got way too much to lose. Like people said you won in the streets, and people think you won musically. I, however, think people are not giving Ja that credit musically. I don't think 50 want that smoke with Ja musically. Because not only did Ja have his own hits, he also has stuff he wrote for other people. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if people realize how much Ja Rule was right, his pen game. Ja Rule wrote Can I Get Her? Jay-Z Emile, he wrote that song. That was a Ja Rule record that he wrote. That's actually, you can look that up too, that's backed up by Irv Gotti. Ja wrote that. So, and Ja's written a lot for other people too, that I don't think people really understand. So, for 50, I don't really think he wants to do this. I don't think this is for him. Because you already, people already look at you as, oh man, he bullied Ja Rule, he did that. So if Ja comes out here and beats him in his battle, you know how finicky people are. Opinions start to change.
Yeah. No, yeah. Listen, I agree. 50's got more to lose than Ja in this battle, without a doubt. And 50, I think, has moved on from the music to
sort of, yeah.
He's doing TV now with Power and different shows like that. You know,
For Life on ABC.
He's a internet troll king out there. You know what I mean? And just doing all the stuff where you heard that he bought all the tickets to one of Ja's concerts. Nobody in the stands. You know, when you're hearing this stuff,
man.
This dude is just doing other level stuff. Plus, he's got the money to do almost whatever he wants in that sense.
Right.
So for you to do this battle and to have people even question that, wait a minute, Ja was digging in your ass? It's like,
right.
I don't know if you want that kind of smoke.
In the past 10 years, it hasn't been good. Ja's had some bad press the past 10 years. He was in jail, the tax evasion situation. Then he had that, like you alluded to the concert where he looked out and 50 bought up like 300 tickets to his concert so no one could sit in the front row.
Yep.
Then he had that, I don't know if you remember. Remember he performed at that Milwaukee Bucks game?
Yep.
And it was quiet as a church mouse in there. Nobody cared. And then the biggest, Fire Festival. So it has not been a good run for Ja. That's why, you know what? If this happens, I'm rooting for Ja. Ja need to get a win. And you know what? Honestly, any kid from the early 2000s that did Ja wrong and we turned our back, we should all be rooting for Ja to get this out, get this off.
Or
he deserved to get this one off.
Or 50 could put the final nail in the coffin and wrap this up.
No, I can't listen. Listen, man.
You do that too. You will feel. Listen, if they come out there and 50 murder him, straight up just murder him,
stop.
Are you still going to feel bad for Ja?
Yes.
Are you going to want Ja to? You really going to be wanting Ja to get this win?
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Ja. I don't want to see like a 15-5 50-cent victory. I don't want that. I don't want that. I can't do that. It's not right. I feel bad for what I did. I feel bad. You should feel bad too.
I don't feel bad. Not at all.
We turned our back on the whole camp.
Listen, I liked Ja back then. Him and J-Lo together was putting out beautiful, hot bangers.
Yeah.
Loved it. Then 50 came on and showed you that. It was like East Coast, West Coast. You know, all of a sudden you got this hood dude coming. 50 coming out of Queens.
But you know what's crazy about that is that, like, this is the worst part of all, is that he told us Ja Rule was whack, but then he starts putting out records like Ja Rule had. Like, he puts out 21 Questions, which is completely a song that would come from the Murder Inc. camp. He put out, If I Can't. He's singing making fun of Josh singing all the hooks. Now he's singing the hooks. Like, that's the crazy thing. And we all believed it and thought, yo, he right. Like,
that was going to be my point too. Like the same thing. Like you said, Josh doing all the love songs.
Yeah.
All that sing-songy stuff, Cats was feeling it.
Right.
But then when something harder come along, you like, nah, man, why are we listening to that? We cool. We gotta bang. We gotta bang again. And if he did it that way, but then he would sneak in 21 questions in there and a couple
Candy Shop.
Yeah, Candy Shop and things.
Yeah.
So it's like,
John had to be sick listening to records though, knowing good and well that he influenced his style. But honestly, it was a perfect storm. They had all them issues going on with the Feds. 50 looks the part of what people want to be, because people, especially when you're younger, you want to feel like you have that image of being that tough guy. So 50 had that look to him about him, and then In the Club drops, and that was like when In the Club came out, that shut literally everything down for a solid year. Like nobody was listening to anything else. Like that song was just too big a monster.
Yep.
Like that was too big. Fun fact, real quick before we move on. That song, that beat, was actually made for D12. They turned it down. And 50 heard it, and he took it. Yeah, but I'm glad it happened because I don't know what D12 would have done with that. You can't have
M. If you wouldn't have heard it.
You can't have M out here talking about killing his mom on that beat. That would be disrespectful to that beat. That beat needed to be in the club. And M would have took that to some weird stuff. I don't know, some weird stuff that we talk about. We couldn't have that. So I'm glad it ended up in the right hands. So, because of the state we're in, the pandemic we're in, a lot of news is kind of seeping underneath the carpet because everyone's so focused, everyone's staying home. And sometimes you have people that might be a little thankful that we have a distraction for the stupid stuff they say.
Oh, yeah.
One of these people is our former president, William Jefferson Clinton, Mr. Bill Clinton, who says something hella dumb. And this would have been a major story, but literally this happened the week everything shut down. I even forgot about it also myself. And then it was one of those that, we ain't gonna forget about this, Bill. So everyone remembers Bill Clinton's affair with Monica Lewinsky. And, that time where all you saw on the news was talk about that affair.
Oh, yeah.
So Bill Clinton has come up with a reason as to why he cheated on Monica Lewinsky. Bill Clinton has stated, and if you guys don't believe me, you can look it up. Bill Clinton has said that he had an affair with Monica Lewinsky to deal with his anxiety. I'm going to say that one more time. Bill Clinton said he had an affair with Monica Lewinsky to deal with his anxiety.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Sex fixes all
Please
that
tell
stuff,
me
man.
you're not going. Please, oh my
Listen,
goodness.
sex fixes everything, man. You in a bad mood, have some sex, you feel better, man. You know what I mean? It gets your mind.
With your wife, bro. With your wife.
Oh yeah, that's
with your wife. With your girl. Not a whole nother chick.
No, you're right. He
ruined that girl's life all because of anxiety. He ruined her life.
Listen, she was part of that.
Butt of jokes for 20 years.
Part of that equation, man.
No, man, no.
Yeah.
I don't blame Monica for this at all. Monica
She's a grown woman.
No, she was a child, bro.
She's a grown woman.
She was a child.
She got to own her part in that.
No, bro. She was a child. Listen, man, the president of the United States comes out and Bill Clinton was a handsome dude, a handsome older guy, a silver fox, if you may.
He had that little swag about him.
He had that swag about him. Came out playing a saxophone on Arsenio Hall show. Bill was that guy. Bill was that man for a lot of people. And he comes and you're an intern. You trying to get yourself up. Bill takes a liking to you, start talking to you. Of course you're gonna bust it open for Bill.
Yeah.
Who not gonna do that?
You got trying to get ahead. She knew what she was doing. She was trying to make that jump.
He influenced her, man.
If I do this, I'm gonna make that jump. She knew what she was doing. Stop that,
man. Stop it. No, you stop it.
She wanted to make that jump. She wanted that come up.
You being too hard on Monica. Man.
Nah, man. She wanted to make that come up.
Her life has been ruined because of this.
She wanted to come up. She wanted to make that come up.
For years.
She making that bread from it. She wanted to make that come up.
let's stay focused though. Let's stay focused.
Right.
So this man said I was anxious, so I had to go smash an intern. What kind of foolishness is that? You can't do that. You can't. It's ridiculous. You like, and goes back to my point of people just using anxiety for everything. But this is an all time. This is a different level. Like this went to a level I've never even seen before. Like you can't. Like come on, bro. Come on, man.
Well,
and listen. So okay, let's say for argument's sake, Monica Lewinsky you had to do that because you were anxious. What about Jennifer Flowers and them other 37 girls you smashed in Arkansas before you got in the White House? Because everybody knows Bill's been loose for a while. Bill's been loose since '83. Like Bill been out here smashing for a long time.
Listen, man.
Like he's notorious.
He is.
Notorious Bill.
Yeah, Bill got
the notorious Bill. He been out here. Bill been outside too long. He the reason why, bro, honestly, he's the reason why I feel nobody takes Hillary seriously. So they're like, you're going to be in that White House. We can't have Bill back in that office again. We had to sterilize that whole thing for weeks, man. We can't have y'all up there again. Y'all Clinton's wilding. Y'all out of pocket.
Hillary ain't make all the right moves either, man. Hillary made some
I agree.
wrong moves.
I agree.
Hillary, when she found out, she should have filed for divorce. She should have got that payment and that check, that alimony check. She should have got that.
Wait, while he was president?
While she got that child support check.
No,
she would have helped out all these dads out here paying that child support.
No, she wanted to come up because that's why she never left him, because she thought he was he or her ticket to the White House. You go all the way back to his first campaign in '92. He was losing to Bush. Bush was about to be reelected.
Yep. Because
it had just come out that he had an affair with Jennifer Flowers. That came out before '92 got himself in trouble. He goes and does an interview with Hillary, and that's domestic issue. Don't worry about what Bill doing in his bedroom or her bedroom or his bedroom or her bedroom. Don't worry about all that. Just worry about what he can do for your politics. Bill be in a lot of bedrooms, but don't worry about that. And she changed the conversation, and all of a sudden people were like, "All right, we're gonna forget about it then. Let's just vote for him because we like him." And that's how it happened, really. So this has been an issue for Bill forever. But first of all, I think he's lying. I don't know why he decided to do this or why he thought this was the time to come out and say this, but that's nonsense, bro. You didn't do that because of anxiety. You do that because you saw it was a cute little intern and you wanted to slide all over there and see what's up over there. That's why you did it. You're a pervert, bro. Stop. just say I got a problem and deal with it. Don't be blaming us on anxiety. But it got me thinking, because people tell lies all the time, right? You tell a lie to get ahead. Like, people do that. So I'm going to ask you, and then I'll tell you mine. Yeah. What is the biggest lie you have ever told? Oh, no. This man be telling whoppers. You got the whopper face right now. I can already see it. He said, man.
The biggest lie I've ever told.
The biggest lie you've ever told.
I don't even know. Because I don't even lie like that, so...
You liar. You lying right now. That's a lie in itself.
I'm lying right now.
You just told a lie. Is that the biggest one you ever told? I don't lie.
Man, you know what? Yeah, that's a tough one. The biggest one? I mean, I've told some whoppers back in the day. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Okay, so let me rephrase the question a little bit then. A lie that got you in the most trouble.
Yeah, see, come
on, we got 10 minutes left.
I don't get in trouble for my lies, man. My lies are smooth like butter.
Okay. I don't believe you. That's not a lie. That's two. This man is lying about lying right now.
I can't even think of one. What's yours? Let me hear yours first.
All right. So my biggest lie still to this day happened in fifth grade.
Fifth grade?
Fifth grade is the biggest lie I've ever told of all time. It got me because I'll say it may not be the biggest, but it was the one that got me in the most trouble.
Right.
So I moved I lived in Philly. I grew up in Philadelphia for the first 10 years of my life. I moved in fifth grade. I moved out to the suburbs. Fresh Prince style. Create a better life. The whole thing. Get a better education, all of that stuff. Better education, stay out of trouble, all of that. So my mom moves out here. I ended up going to school. And bro, back like Doylestown is still super white right now, but back then it was like there wasn't black people for miles. Like I was literally easily one. I was one of 2 black people in school, so I already felt out of place. I already felt like it was like, oh man. So the first couple weeks, I was pretty quiet. I kind of kept to myself, and I started sitting at the lunch table with these kids, and like we were talking whatever like that, and one of the kids we were talking about basketball, and one of the kids talking about Charles Barkley. Bro, I don't know what possessed me to say this. Like it came out my mouth before I even thought about it. I was like, "Oh yeah, I know Charles Barkley," and they all said, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I know Charles." And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna run with it now." It's like, "Yeah, I know Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, yeah, I know him. Like we hung out and stuff." So all of a sudden, like like in the movies, how everybody surrounds the lunch table. Like the story of Marcus knowing Charles Barkley has spread all the way to the end of the cafeteria. Everybody has surrounded the lunch table. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, like and the story is getting worse and worse. Now all of a sudden, Charles picked me up a limo for the game. We go out for burgers after the game. It just spin off to a whole thing. All right. So I tell that part of the story, and the lunch bell rung. Thank God. I don't know what else I would have said. So I forget about it. Like, I'm 10 years old. I forgot about it. The next day, everybody, yo, Marcus, yo. I'm like, I'm feeling myself. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, cool. So then we get to the lunch table again. They start asking me questions. So, so at this point, I'm in too deep. You know a lot. You just got to commit at this point. I'm stubborn with it. Like I committed now. I have to just keep going with this thing. So then one of them, this kid, was like, yo, do you think we come with you? Now, what should I have said there? I should have said, nah, we don't got room in the limo. We only get fit like 3. Nah. What did I say? Oh, yeah, of course. That's all come. Yeah.
What?
I know. Bro, I was 10. All right. I didn't know better. I didn't think it through. So they all literally are like hype. So then the bell rings again. So I said they could come, but I never said when or how it was going to happen. So really, I still have a way out. Did I take it? Nope, I didn't. Next day, they bring it up again. Yo, so when can we go? Bro, it was Tuesday. Why did I say this Friday? Why? I said Friday. I stood out there. Friday. Yeah, we can do Friday. Yeah.
Has your status going up right now at school?
Oh yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm the man.
That's why you still in it.
Bro,
that's why you still in this line. I'm with you.
I'm the man right now.
Write it out, bro.
I'm running the school. Like like the Friday before, I think it was the Friday before. No, it was the Thursday before. All the Friday of where everything went down. That Friday, you remember we used to do pizza day?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, kids was cutting all sides of pizza, giving it to me. I was like the Don. I was running. I was the Godfather, bro. I was running it. I was hyped. Hilarious. I'm in a new school. I'm feeling myself. So finally we get to Friday, and the kids are like, "Oh, what you wear?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, you wear this, wear your 6's gear, all that stuff like that." So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, "All right, this is bad, but I still feel like they're not really gonna no one's really gonna show up at my house. No one's gonna call." So I get home around 4, and my phone starts ringing. Like this is back in the day. This is before cell phones, obviously. The house line's ringing, and you just know something's not right. So my heart starts beating crazy, starts beating like wild. I know good and well it ain't right.
Right.
So my mom's home. She's like, "Why does the phone keep ringing?" I was like, "Oh, I answered it. It was the wrong number." So then my mom hears the phone ring again, and she answers the phone. And this kid was like asking my mom, "Oh, like we're coming over to Marcus' house tonight." And my mom's like, "Are you having people over?" I was like, "No, no one's coming over. No. No one's coming over. No." So then she hangs up. So I'm like, okay, I got out of that. Then all of a sudden, there's a knock on my door. I go to the door, and it's this kid with his dad. And they're just standing there. Now, listen. Look at with the pops, bro. Now, before I tell this part of the story, I'm gonna have to fast forward to 2020. If one of my kids came home today and was like, "Dad, guess what? Tonight I'm gonna go meet Giannis Antetokounmpo." Billy knows him. We're gonna ride in a limo and have burgers. First of all, why are you riding around a limo with a grown man that I don't know? I don't care who he is. You know, no. That's a no. That's weird. Man, second of all, that's a come on, bro. You believe your friend knows Giannis Antetokounmpo? Your friend don't know Giannis. He gassed you up. Now,
stop it. You're the only black kid in town.
So I got little Charles Barkley?
Why not? Yes, you're the only black kid in town. They don't know him. Of course they gonna think you know him. And you in Doylestown?
I understand the kids. I understand the kids knowing that, but not the adults. Yeah. Come on, man. You're an adult.
They want to meet him too. Let's go meet Charles.
So the kid was like, "Hey, Marcus, when are you leaving?" And I didn't know. I just stood there sad. And literally, what do you do when you're a kid? You run full speed to your room, close the door, and just start crying. Bro, I was ugly crying. Loud. Like my jaws were expanded. I knew it was over. I was like, it was a good run, but it's over. So, right. So, I'm just like, all weekend was just miserable. Because then my mom came back, she yelling at me. My dad was home at that time, he yelled at me. Everybody, I'm getting yelled at all weekend for lying. So the Monday, this is easily the worst case scenario. The Monday morning, like when you do something this bad, you just want to go to school where everybody else goes to school. So you can kind of blend in. The last thing you want to do is draw attention to yourself. I had a dentist appointment, so I had to go to school late. Bro, no one even protected me. My mom or dad, they didn't want to walk in the classroom. They said, "No, you on your own. You go in there by yourself. You did this." When I walked into class, literally everyone just went like this. Even Mr. Minucci, the teacher, was like, everyone just looked at me, just stopped teaching and just looked at me. I psyched my desk. It was bad. But you know what's cool about kids though? Kids are super forgiving. Like it was actually kind of cool how like I went to the lunch table that day, and one of them was like, "Why'd you do that, man?" He's just like, "Why you do that?" I was like, "I don't know." And they were like, "Man, just don't do that no more. You want to play football at recess?" I was like, "Yeah, I want to play football at recess." It was over like that.
You know why? Because you was in Doylestown. If you was someplace else,
I would have got beat down.
I would have beat down. You would have took that ass whooping.
This man saying you Charles Barkley, yeah. Yeah, it would have been bad.
Ass whooping.
It would have been bad. It would have been bad. So I just exposed myself. You left me out here all butt naked, telling my story.
It made
me out here.
No, it made me think of mine. So I'll make this quick. So my cousin was going to this tech school, and after they graduated, they wanted to get these jobs in the electronic business. So
yeah.
I just lost my job at IBM. I'm looking for a job. My cousin tells me about it. His teacher told her class, "I got you all interviews with my husband who works for the Nielsen ratings. So you guys got all interviews. Go down for an interview. Good luck."
Yeah.
He tells me about it. I'm like, "For real?" I just got my last unemployment check, bought a new suit, redid my resume, rented a car, drove to New York. Get to the interview. All the kids are there. See my cousin there. They all go in one by one. They're in there for no more than 10 minutes tops. Everybody in and out, in and out. My cousin goes in. He comes out. My turn to go. I'm not on the list. So I was like, "Oh, they must have forgot my name, whatever." They're like, "All right, well, they're prepared for you. Go ahead, go on. You got your resume?" Yeah. 3 people sitting at a table, a female and 2 dudes. Slide my resume over to them. They're like, "Well, we look over our resume. Tell us about yourself." No problem. born in Philly, you know, grew up in Jersey, went to school here, blah, blah, blah. I was working for IBM, just left there. Now I'm looking for a job now. And the one thing my teacher told all the students, whatever you do, don't say my husband's name. All right. It's already set up, but just don't use his name. So my cousin tells me that, like, don't say his name and all this stuff. I'm like, cool. I get in there. And now I'm waiting. I'm done my talking. And they're like, all right, looking at the resume. And, you get that little quiet pause for a second. Yeah. So I'm like, guess I'll just keep on talking. So I was like, well, I know Mr. Johnson, who's the teacher's husband. And me and Mr. Johnson are real cool. He was like, Jerv, you need to come down for this interview. I think you'd be perfect for the job. Perfect for it. So I'm like, that's why I came on down. And we shoot basketball together. We smoke cigars together, play poker together. I'm telling this big whopper of a story, man. I'm going all out for this. How tight we are. He was like, you need to come down here. Like, you got this in the bag. If you show up for this interview, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Oh, no.
They're like, okay, cool. So the lady says, I'm Mrs. Smith. Nice to meet you. This is Mr. Thompson. And this is Mr. Johnson. And I'm like, and it's like the cartoons where they stop.
Oh,
No, I'm like, oh my God, what'd I just do?
Oh my goodness.
He didn't say a word. They talked to me. I was in there for like an hour with them. I come out, my cousin's like, yo, why was you in there so long? And I was like, yo, I use your teacher's name. He was like, yo, they said don't do that. I'm like, I know. And he was in there too. He was like, what? Yo, it was crazy. A week later, get a phone call, got the job. So I got to go down.
He kept it cool.
Yeah. So I go down to Florida for the training. And when I'm in Florida, people are talking about it. Like the word has spread out. This guy was telling this lie, how he knew Mr. Johnson, all this stuff. I found out the only reason I got the job, they said that this guy's got the balls to come in here and lie like he knows somebody like this. He got the balls to work for us.
Wow.
So it was a lie that worked in my favor.
This is not a good story.
It's a great story.
You teach people lie to get ahead. What is this?
It's telling you that
terrible.
I went all out for this one, man. I needed a job that bad. I went all out. Spent my last unemployment check to get ready and prep for this.
So I
went all in for it.
I exposed my shame.
Yes.
And you're out here getting jobs for your lies.
You got to have a lie, bro.
I'm crying underneath my pillow.
I said to Mr. Johnson. You said you did Charles Barkley. You see the difference there?
I do. We both didn't know either one of them. We know you alone. All right, so listen, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Check us out on YouTube at Totally Unclear.
Yep.
At Totally Unclear on Instagram and Twitter. At Marcus B. Tweetin, MarcusBTweetin on Twitter and Instagram.
At Say Jerb on Twitter and Instagram.
All right, so listen, we got some big things coming next couple weeks, some major announcements we're going to have for you guys. Look forward to that.
Yeah.
And until next week, stay home.
Wash your hands.
And wash your hands.
And wear your mask.
Yeah.
I got mine right here. Wear that mask, bro.
That's colorful.
Yeah, man, wear that mask, baby. Wear that mask.